Yes, your work really shows in this new EP. Like you could just really hear how how much emotion you put into this project, how much hard work and dedication that you really put in this project. It really shows.
Thank you very much. I mean, that's all I ever wanted to do. So it really is exciting to put your heart into something and see people really understand what you're trying to do. You know, that's all I ever really wanted.
Well, with your new EP out, Armor On, do you think it will be easier for people to identify you more as just Dawn Richard, the solo artist, rather than Dawn from Dirty Money or Dawn from Danny D. Kane?
I'm all those people. I'm all of that. I mean, I'm not picky, you know what I mean? I'm not like, I have to be, like, you need to tell. Like, I think the world will know when I keep giving and delivering what I'm doing as a solo artist. But the reality is, till then, I am Dawn of Dirty Money. I am Dawn formerly of Dirty Money. I am Dawn formerly of Danny D. King. That's the same person, you know? So whether they put the title there or not, it doesn't change the artist. I never cared about that. I care about giving people good music. When you keep giving quality stuff and you keep doing new, people will start and slowly but surely take those formulas off. And once I reach that moment, I won't have to even care anymore. People will just know me as Dawn. But till then, I don't really care about the names. I care about how good the music is.
Well, I heard that your EP went #1 on R&B's iTunes charts in 3 hours. When hearing that news, like, how did that make you feel?
I cried. Because it just, every negative thing that I've had to go through, every person that said I wasn't going to be something, everybody that said, you know, I was doing this, and it didn't matter at that point. You know what I mean? We had literally we just left the label. You understand? It just was a lot that we had just done. We had just left the label, literally went on a whim, did an EP. This is not even an album. This is an EP. You know what I mean? No features are on this EP. Nothing is helping driving this EP. There's no, like, special guest that's bigger than I am or somebody that's help me push this record. It's literally just Drewski, someone who's not even as big as he should be as a producer because he's really amazing and brilliant. It's literally just 3 unknown people on an EP that literally in 3 hours passed up albums on a chart. Like, it's just with no label and no budget. It's unheard of. So it was just one of those things where I was just in awe. My parents, everyone was just crying because it was just like, people always expect you to fail, especially after leaving such a powerhouse like Bad Boy. And then people didn't even want to believe that it was such a positive, you know, we were still cool and I had love for Puff and everything was good. So it was like to do that. And then last night he retweeted the EP, and it's just so good to see that when you are good to people and people are good to you, like it can work. Like we are proving that, you know, the Bad Boy Company isn't as bad as people say they are. We're proving that we can make it on our own and we don't need the label to be great. Like we're proving so many different things, and it's just such a blessing. Like I was in awe. I'm in awe of it all.
Yes, I gotta say congratulations again, because that is a big achievement. With no label behind you and just surpassing all the albums of R&B that came out, and just it really is an accomplishment. So we have to.
I mean, we don't even have distribution. Like we're not even in stores. Like right. It's exclusively on iTunes. Like we don't even know what our numbers would have been had we had distribution in stores. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just literally, and then to chart overseas, and we haven't even been overseas. I mean, we're number 15 in Australia, we're number 7 in France, we're number 25 in the UK. This is like we don't even have a representative out there. You know what I mean? Like it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I think because like your fans, we always connected with you because you always let us in. Even when you were with Dirty Money, you always let us in. You did little video blogs. You kept us updated what's going on with you and let us see who you really are. And it's just like we love you because of that. Like that's how we connect.
That's why I love you guys. Like that's why I feel like I go hard for y'all. Like because you're still here,
mm-hmm.
and like you don't have to be. Y'all could just like somebody else. There's somebody dope that comes around every 5 seconds. Why would you even bother? And so the fact that you guys do bother, it makes me want to go that much harder so that if I do come out rocking, y'all could be like, damn, that was why that was my girl. You know what I mean? I don't let y'all down. So it's like every time I'm trying to invest myself so that y'all got y'all chest out when you talk about me, because that's really what makes me happy. That I can see that everybody on Twitter, all the hearts are like, yo, she did it again. I'm like, yes, they're proud, you know? And that bond between the the both of us is I feel like we broke those records. I didn't become number one. The Hearts made me number one. Yeah. Real talk, like y'all made me number one. It wasn't me. That was God and the fans.
Well, with doing this project independently and achieving so much, does it make you proud that you're doing it without the backing of a label?
I mean, I love labels. I love what they stand for. You know, it doesn't matter to me either or. What makes it great though and monumental is that we did do it without it. You know, whether or not, you know, I don't feel like it's a sad or bad thing. I don't feel like it's you know, like we did. I just feel like it's just I'm in awe of it. I'm in awe because people say you can't do it without that. And rappers have a better way of doing it because, you know, like they sometimes are independent, they get it in and they're hustling, they're grinding, the way in which they do things. Sometimes you see a lot of that more often because rappers have that independence and it kind of works bigger on that front. But you very rarely see independent singers with no label push that hard. You know what I mean? You just rarely see that. So to see it like that, I just think we understand all that it was done, and it was done the way it did because we were saying, man, if we could just get in the top 10, that'd be great. You know what I mean? And then we saw the numbers, they were like, oh gosh, like that was we were thinking it would be inevitable because we were so small, but we just proved that it's possible. So I'm excited because other people can use that as a blueprint. It inspires a young artist somewhere at home to feel like they don't necessarily have to have a label to make it work.
Well, with your solo album, Golden Heart, coming out, what can people expect to hear different on the debut album than that they have heard on the EP?
Well, it's not different. I think I purposely put the EP out for people to get ready for the sound of what the album is, because that's what the EP is anyway. So basically, you'll just hear a stronger, more musically scored album, similar to the EP. Just a lot more, it's a longer story. You know, a lot more dancing, a lot more upbeats, but a lot more singing. I didn't even for real sing the way I really wanted to. Honestly, I was just preparing people for the idea. On the Golden Heart album, like I'm literally singing for my life, like, you know, and that's what I want people. I want people to be excited about an artist having not only a voice, but to dance as well. Not only to dance, but fashion sense. Not only, you know, fashion sense, but performance. You know what I mean? I want people to get excited knowing that I can give them whatever they want. So I'm working hard at being able to always, like, surprise you guys. Like, when you at least think I've done my best or I've danced my best, then I'll go out and stand still and sing my best for you, and I'll try to do that the best. You know, I'm just always trying to give you guys a different side of me as an artist.
Okay.
So that's what Golden Heart will be. It'll be all of those things together.
Well, I can't wait to hear that, because I'm in love with the EP, so I just can't wait to hear the debut album.
Thank you. It's so exciting. We had all the albums almost done. The EP was based off of Golden Heart. We listened to it and then we took and grabbed the sounds of what it would be and then put it into the EP. So subliminally, when you guys hear it, when you hear Golden Heart, you'd be like, yes, this is reminiscent of the EP. I get it. So it's not something that seems so far-fetched anymore because you've already, you know, liked the sound of where it was. You knew what the sound was going that way.
Well, with Omar On being out right now and your video for Bombs also being out, and as well as your debut album, Golden Heart, on its way, what else can fans expect to see coming up with you?
Well, we just made some talks with CAA, and I'm going to be going overseas soon because the fan base is so massive now. That we're gonna go pay them some attention because I love going over there. I love, you know, we've been having a fan base out there since January came, so I'm gonna probably be doing a lot of summer touring out there. I already have my tour with PJ Morton that starts April 6th, and I started in New Orleans, so we're doing 5 dates with PJ Morton to introduce the EP, and that ends in May, and then after that there'll be another video for the next record on the EP. I'm really excited about it because we're going to go even harder than we already did with Bombs. So people, whatever they see in Bombs, they have no idea. We're going to go even harder. So we're going to do that next after that, and then probably go overseas for tour. Okay.
Well, can you give us a little insight what the next video might be?
No, because that would be not me.
Okay.
Just know that y'all will be, you guys will be proud. It's going to be dope. I'm always trying to outdo myself with the visuals, but it'll always have that New Orleans flavor. Like, Like, I really want to introduce that look of the headpieces and the tribal wear. Like, that's the whole theme of Honor On. It really is that whole, like, if you look in New Orleans, if you look up New Orleans Indians or Mardi Gras Indians, you'll see they do these at some point I want to get there, but I don't want to ever look like a gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
So I always try to introduce it, but still make it look relatable. So, I'm trying to figure out ways of doing that, because there's really some beautiful culture in New Orleans and what we do with that art. And I want to show it, because it really is beautiful. Our culture is full of Indian, Spanish, and French culture all mixed together, and it's really beautiful to see how we put it all together. It has this African base, so you see we have a lot of drum and percussion and horns that drives the force of what we do, and I really want to showcase that through fashion. So you're going to see the videos look really gritty, but have these beautiful, like, you know what I mean, like pushing the limits on New Orleans raw and couture. So it's going to be dope.
So, with your debut album coming out soon, are you going to wait a little bit and just promote the EP right now, or can fans expect that like very soon?
Well, probably the album, because now we have the balls in our court whether we want to be signed or not, because we kind of do well doing this independently. Fall is what we're looking like for the album, the EP, but it just depends on how well we do, because at this moment we just put it out. It's only been out 3 days.
Yeah.
Really. So it's like, it's crazy because it feels like it's longer because of the numbers and the amount of response, but honestly, we've only been out 3 days, so the single hasn't even really got an opportunity to be given to radio yet. So we got to see how it does, and if it does well, we might be leaning on the EP longer than we thought we would, because we weren't expecting to even lean on it that long. But the overwhelming response to Bombs causes us to rethink that whole plan.
So you